This is an Insane Cast production. You're listening to Thanks for Watching the All Movies Podcast. With your cast, Beth, DJ, Jimmy, and Adrian. And now, thanks for watching.
Welcome to episode 1828 of Thanks for Watching. Yeah, can you believe this? 1828, that means we're over one half of a year old.
Oh, that's
one
crazy.
half of a year. I mean, we would have been well over that had we not had the 3-week hiatus that we had back in the day. But, about a half a year's worth of episodes in the can right now.
In the can.
Yeah.
And we're getting more listeners every day, which is super exciting.
Totally. Lots.
Every week.
Lots of listeners hanging out with us. We're really grateful for. And then the listeners that are listening to the listeners, which is really cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So people in a room powwowing around the fireplace.
So
listening
like
to the
daisy
show.
chain listeners.
Yeah. Yeah. You okay? You've been pretty sick lately.
Yeah, I've been really sick lately.
All right.
So,
well,
but I got this.
thank goodness you're the only one that uses that microphone.
Thank God.
I know.
Because there'll be some sick people if there were other people.
No kidding. All right. Well, while he's chomping on his jelly beans, this is DJ of Thanks for Watching. And across from me,
On the east side of the table, it's Jimmy.
there he is,
And then
Jimmy.
in the middle is Adrian Rondo.
Hey,
To the north of
Adrian.
us.
There you go. Not with us today is Beth. She's had a long week. She says she hasn't slept. And, if she was on the show, none of us would escape her wrath. So we're thinking, Beth, you take a nap while we're running the show. How's that sound? And she says yes.
I am not supporting any of those positions because I like even a feisty Beth.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
I do too.
She is an integral part of Thanks for Watching.
That's
really
right.
is.
That's true.
She's the voice of reason.
Sometimes I just need somebody to put me in my place.
That's true. That's true.
Hey,
Wouldn't it be great if we had Abby on the show? That would
and Beth.
And Beth. Oh my goodness.
We would they would be like cat herders.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Cool. So that's our show. Thanks for watching. 1828. And now what we got to move into is news by Adrian.
Yeah, news.
News. Here he goes.
The only thing I know how to do is gossip and bring the gossip.
Well, I don't think
Alright.
that's the only thing. I think there's other things.
There's other things I know
He
how
has
to
a
do.
special talent for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a special talent to let you know that. There's rumors going around that Kim Kardashian. I don't know if we ever really talk about Kim Kardashian. No, she's not in movies,
No.
but
She's in entertainment.
everybody's hearing the song Kiki, right? It's a pretty popular song. You guys heard it. I know you guys heard. I know you have heard it, Jimmy.
I think you played it for us once when you were like, "Have you heard the song Kiki?" And I was like,
People
no.
are literally like they're jumping out of the cars, dancing to the music.
"Oh, that's right, jumping out of the car, dancing while the car's still driving."
And it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's one guy that
ridiculous.
he was dancing, hit his head on the pole.
I don't know how you do that.
He was literally chasing his car.
Well, yeah, because you're not in it anymore.
Yeah, and then it was just the funniest YouTube video. You guys got to check it out. But there's rumors saying that Kim Kardashian is Kiki.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but she smashes that rumor and is saying that it's not her, but there are people saying it is her because her and Drake had a thing going on a while ago, like in 2006.
Okay.
So that was interesting news, but for real entertainment news, Roseanne Barr might be moving to Israel, and there's a new show that will be a spin-off of her original show called The Conners.
Put in Israel?
She will be living in Israel.
Okay, I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen? Okay, so I got the news here.
It doesn't sound like it's real news.
Oh, no, this is real news. Roseanne Barr says she's moving to Israel when The Connor airs. All this came out within the last 12 hours, so there's multiple...
Oh, okay. So it just sounds like something Roseanne Barr would just spout off.
It could have
What do you
been.
think?
It could have been, but there's a new show coming out called The Connors.
Well, it's not new.
I mean, there's a new spin-off of it.
Well, the Connors.
Oh, maybe not. You're right.
Yeah, it's a version of the old show, but this time they're killing her off, so she's not coming back.
Oh,
and she's kind of ticked off about that.
She's going to Israel to see if she can figure out why we kind of globally somewhat celebrate Easter.
Yeah.
She's hoping after Connors that she can be resurrected as well.
really?
Yeah, that's not like
I don't know. I just made that up right
I
now.
made that up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works. It sounds like her just spouting off stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe we should wait for DJ Trump to tweet.
Why do you got to say it like that?
Donald J. Trump, DJ Trump.
That's better.
oh.
Donald J is better than.
I have to do this now, DJ Trump.
Oh God!
Oh God.
You're killing
Donnie
me.
J.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
That's
DJ.
better, Donnie J.
Okay. Well, you know what? Crazy Rich Asians becomes the most successful rom-com in 9 years.
Well, they haven't
I
been
don't
really
know.
up against anything. I'm just
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what is a rom-com. Can anybody tell me what a rom-com
Eat,
is?
Love, Pray.
Yeah, it's a comedy, romantic comedy. Rom-com.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm like rom-com. I should know this.
And at Comic-Con, there's a rom-com.
No way.
Whoa.
Oh
No.
no,
No
bro,
way.
bro.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out the best time.
Yeah, they came out really good.
Yeah.
It even gave me the numbers, and I lost the numbers.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
Oh, they did a total of 117 million in the box office.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely doing really good there.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how they did this week in the box office, but that's definitely going to be a much later topic.
I'm just sitting here, $30 million to make the stupid movie.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not a stupid movie, it's a good movie.
They made a lot more than that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're just pocketing money like crazy.
Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, good."
Well, they don't even have to wait for royalties. Like some films normally have to wait until royalties start rolling in. That way they can pay back their investors. And then they get paid. But we shouldn't go there because that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Plus some tax sheltering and some other things like that, investing, and the SEC. And we'll just go through that. What else have we got in the news?
Right.
Well, for me, that's just about all I've had for.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
Did you find the story where there's a charity store with photos of Jeff Goldblum in all his picture frames?
No.
Yeah, apparently it's been tweeted all over that there's this charity store that has picture frames with only Jeff Goldblum in it. That's news.
That is news. I'm looking this up.
You are?
Charity.
Yes.
Charity store.
Charity. So like a thrift store?
Like a thrift store. Or, yeah.
A nonprofit that opened a storefront.
Yes.
And they're using Jeff Bloom.
Just Goldblum. Yes.
Goldblum, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff.
I love Jeff Goldblum. I
Isn't
think
he awesome?
he's so funny. I think him and I would have been good friends. I think him and I look a little bit like.
Yeah. Did you like him in The Fly?
No.
You didn't?
Did you even see The Fly?
Did you even see The Fly?
I did not.
Oh, no.
You just got... See, when you say it like that, we can hear... Listeners, you can hear when he's doing this.
So, listeners, don't you worry. He is going to get cultured.
I am getting cultured as we speak.
I don't know who just almost turned off the podcast just now, but...
Probably Blue Diana.
Oh, my gosh. Crackhead Blue.
Crackhead
oh, my
Blue.
goodness.
Please forgive me.
Yes. Oh, gosh. But I thought that was interesting.
That is
news.
interesting.
I don't know why.
I'm reading it. It was just posted, too.
Yeah.
There's a charity store with photos of Jeff Goldblum in all its pictures
Isn't
and everything.
that cool?
This charity store is
Who
just like...
does that? That's just a great idea, I think.
Pick your favorite celebrity and go
And
with
then
it.
boom, yeah.
Well, he's really relevant right now.
I'll say,
Because there was a time that he was irrelevant.
not really.
There was a time where he went a little dry, didn't he?
No, he
don't think
he
so.
trickled in lots of different things. I mean, just the fact that he's been in the whole Jurassic franchise. I mean, that thing.
Yeah.
That thing keeps coming back. There is not enough penicillin in the world to make that go away, and people want it.
And
so
The Fly was like what, three shows out of that one, or 3 movies?
Wow.
And then you have Prince of Egypt. I mean, you've got
Prince of Egypt,
Hotel Artemis.
Wait, he was in Prince of Egypt, like the cartoon.
No. The 1998 film.
Cartoon.
I'm thinking the one.
Earth Girls Are Easy, Independence Day, The Grand Budapest.
Oh my gosh, all these great
Thor
movies.
Ragnarok. I mean,
yep.
Yeah.
Now you're looking up Jeff Goldblum movies, right?
No, I would have the Prince of Egypt.
Mordecai.
I swore that was a cartoon.
Oh, another good movie. He was in The Switch. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah. The Switch.
Yes, that is. The Prince of Egypt is a cartoon.
That's one of them.
Oh.
It's a different Prince of Egypt.
No, the other one had some, like, cartoony colors, like orange and black and all that stuff.
This one's pretty cartoony, like orange and black. You dork.
Whoopsie.
Oh, wow. Val Kilmer was in that movie. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock was in that movie.
Yeah.
I did not know that one.
Well, there you go.
Oh, so was Michelle
Pfeiffer.
I almost butchered that last name.
Uh-oh. Well, you did good this time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Steve Martin. These were really, really good actors.
I think that you need to watch that movie.
And Jeff Goldblum was in that cartoon character, Prince of Egypt.
Yes, he was. Yeah, that's the one. Shows you how much I knew. Well, hey, listeners, if you really want to call and let us know what you think about Adrian not seeing The Fly, you could go ahead and text us or call us at 512-PODCAST. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I broke our routine
taking
already.
my role. Horrible person. You. 512-763-2278.
Yes, there you go. Call, text, leave a message, whatever you want to do. You can find that number and many things on our website, which is www.tfwmovies.com.
He couldn't have said it any better than I can. www.tfwmovies.com.
And right there you can find our email address, which is always a tongue twister for me. So shout out at tfwmovies.com. Go ahead and spell that.
SHOUTOUT at tfwmovies.com.
Oh, spell that 5 times real fast.
Or don't.
SHOUT.
No, that doesn't work out. But you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just look us up with the little @ TFW Movies and be a part of the conversation there. We've got a lot of stuff going on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I mean, we're like blowing up.
We're blowing
all that
up.
Stuff.
Blowing it up.
Yeah.
And DJ and I have our own personal accounts.
We do.
Which you guys could hook up us with that.
Yeah, I haven't changed mine yet. I'm still working on that.
What do you mean?
Well, because you have...
No, I just added you. You had it at TFW Movies, didn't you?
Yeah, no, you mean TFW DJ?
TFW DJ? Yeah.
Yeah, not all of them are TFW DJ yet.
Oh. So, anyways.
But yeah, we'll work on that.
Hook us up.
That's right. People who have sent in texts. Crackhead Blue had this little thing saying, "Hey, you forgot to mention that it's Howard Stern style. Stern. I can't say that.
Howard Stern style.
Thank you very much. Say that 10 times really fast. No, let's not do that. Okay, so
speaking of Crackhead, I have to talk about this. I'm probably cutting it too soon.
No, go ahead.
But we know she got last week's.
Oh yeah, that's too soon.
Okay, but when did she listen to the show?
Oh, like 5 seconds after we post.
She may have been the winner. Because I know somebody that got it. Because I went to work.
Yeah.
And then one of the ladies that were texted everybody, Adrian's here.
Yes. She did get it, but not until after Blue.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. She's on the list, too.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
That's great. I love it.
And also, just so you know, Crackhead Blue clarified that she did not mean actors we hate and everyone else loves. So she meant what movies we hate that everyone else loves. Meanwhile, Nurse Rosa, the one Nurse Rosa texted the show saying she hates Mike Myers and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, no, there's another person.
And Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer. I'm going to butcher everybody's name tonight. So, yeah.
No, there's another person that said Adrian is here.
Who's that?
It was in...
Oh, yeah, but who's the person?
I don't know. I don't know who her name, and I want to give her a shout out.
Well, shout out to whose name it is that works somewhere way up in Escondido.
You work in Escondido.
Yeah.
So send us your name. I work with you one day. Send us a text.
Podcast.
You know who you are.
Very good. Well, but see, she has to interact. So in order to get the credit for guessing the challenge, you have to interact. You could do that on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagrams, and you could do that to our text message on 512 Podcast.
512 Podcast.
Just go right to to our website, and there's links to all those things there. It's like one-stop shop, and you could go to Apple Podcasts,
Stitcher, Castbox, Pocket Cast,
pretty much any place
Google
where you
Play.
can get podcasts, which we are now a force to be reckoned with on.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can leave us feedback, which has happened and greatly appreciated. We need more feedback.
Yeah.
Feed us.
Tell us what you don't like what we're doing.
No, tell us what you love
and what
doing.
You like.
Okay, tell us what you don't like.
I don't like that Jimmy's stealing my beans.
He's stealing your beans.
You stole all my beans you want, Jimmy.
Oh, my goodness.
They're his James
But seriously, Crackhead Blue asked us to talk about some of our favorite things. And so how about this? What's your favorite TV show? Because I can tell you.
I have one right now. I have a couple right now.
You have one right now? Go ahead. You tell us, and then I'll chime in a second.
The Good Place. That's my TV show right now.
I didn't ask what the latest show you've been watching.
No, American Horror Story, I think.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I tried watching it with the girls today, or one of the girls, and I just don't know if it's age appropriate.
It's not.
I don't think
so. It was like awkward, so you don't enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shoot, I don't remember being this bad. So now I have to find the time to watch it
without them.
Well, Willow wasn't in the room, thank God.
We'll put Netflix on your phone or something and see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Androids take Netflix, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Jimmy, do you have a favorite?
Well, I would like to defer and go last if I can.
You may.
How about you? What's your favorite show?
This was a really tough one because there's a lot I liked. But I have to say the one that I loved the most was canceled before it hit its final in the first season. Like it had a first season, and the end would be 18 episodes, but it was canceled in like 13. Or maybe less. I don't even know if it made it past like 2. But Sledgehammer was the name of this show, like way back in the 80s. And
it was
a detective show.
Stacy Keach.
Yes.
I remember that show.
Yeah. That show has been in my memory and lasted for years and years.
That is horrible that I actually enjoyed that show as well. And that I know that show.
And they ended the show with an explosive 8-ball, and he went click, and then boom, the whole thing exploded. End of show, the end of season, end of everything. It never came back.
End of funding.
Huh. Yeah, no more funding. And I was like,
That is so funny because my favorite show is right in that same era.
Yeah? Oh, cool. What is it?
Airwolf.
Oh.
Why you guys are speaking another language to me?
Airwolf. Oh, I loved Airwolf.
Ernest Borgnine.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I used to watch that all the time.
See, for me, everyone I knew was like, oh no, MacGyver this, MacGyver that. Great show.
Which was a great show, yes, absolutely.
But an A-Team was big. A-Team.
Oh, yeah. About the same time as Knight Rider was pretty big there, too.
Right, but I loved Airwolf because it was like a helicopter that was, like now it's old tech. It's kind of a piece of crap.
Yeah.
they would come out of a mountain and like do all this fantastic stuff that now it's like,
okay,
dude, we hope it doesn't break down.
You're right. you mean it can't move its propellers to looked like a plane. What?
Right.
This is sounding a lot like Transformers to me.
No, not even.
No,
like
but
coming
it
out
was
of like Transformers the show before it became a movie.
It was
no,
not really, but it was cool because it was about in that era where everyone was like, dude, it's night vision.
Yeah,
like you can see at nighttime without being a cat,
and you can barely hear it creep up on you. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds great. You guys are great. I love you guys both so much.
Oh,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody who has a favorite show, regardless of the era, I mean, as far back as you want to go, drop us a line and tell us why.
Yeah, Mr. Ed would have been good. I loved watching Mr. Ed.
And you and I just had like a little, when we were moving, we had the Green Acres thing.
We did.
Because I loved Green Acres. I watched that every afternoon.
Green Acres is the place for me.
I mean, how awesome is the creative genius behind putting Zsa Zsa Gabor out in the middle of nowhere.
Darling, I love you, but give me, what is it?
Park Avenue.
Park Avenue, yeah.
That sounds very relatable.
My Three Sons wasn't as great, but it was pretty good.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, see, did you get that? Little House?
Yes, I did get that one.
Okay,
that's good. Yeah.
Good.
That was approved.
That was approved. I know that one.
What about Touched by an Angel?
No.
You weren't allowed.
No, but...
that was a great show, too.
What was the one... but there was the other Angel one. Not Touched by an Angel, but it was...
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, with
the angel's name was Michael.
Yes.
Is this a movie?
No, it's a TV show.
TV show. Anybody who knows what the heck we're trying to talking about.
Where's Beth when we need her?
I know. She would already have it Googled up or know it.
No kidding. She is Google, let me tell you.
She's Bagoogle. She's Bagoogled.
What's his name? Forget it. It's lost. But the same guy that was in Little House on the Prairie, the same actor,
Michael Landon.
Yes. Whoa.
Oh,
that was good.
Gosh.
That was good. All right.
Well, you guys got this bromance going on.
I don't know.
Jelly beans.
Sorry. Eat your jelly beans. And I got to think, there's got to be one. There's one more show. I know there's one more show.
Corky. That's all I'm going to say. Corky.
Night Court. I was going to say
Night
Court.
Court.
Yes. I just...
Quick aside. When I first started practicing law...
Oh, yes. I got to hear that.
When I first started practicing law... in a nondescript courtroom in a nondescript department, I would do special appearance work. That means the attorney just doesn't have time or doesn't want to deal with something, or it's just not worth going there for their time, so they hire someone that's new, or that all they do is make special appearances. They're usually... Anyways. To do little, like, motions and whatnot, not go in and argue a whole case. And I would go do eviction.
Oh, okay.
Law, unlawful detainers. And this courtroom, everyone I talked to about this courtroom that ever passed through the doors was like, it is like frickin' Night Court. And I'm like, there's no way.
I want to go there.
And I walk and the characters aren't there, but the sense of the courtroom is.
Yeah. Because
the judge would just like come off the hip with crap. Whoever was like better suited to be his friend that day seemed like they won or lost their motions, and it was interesting because we did call it Night Court. All of us that went there called it Night Court. So.
Okay.
What was the other with Corky, the Down syndrome boy? Seventh Heaven?
Maybe. I didn't watch that one.
I loved that show.
Yeah.
Probably because my little brother had Down syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that's... Yeah.
Now.
That's my groove.
That's your groove. Well, there you have it. That's the... thank you, Crackhead Blue, for that fantastic topic that we were talking
Thanks
about.
for allowing us to take a jog down memory lane. And
that was awesome.
Finally, the old guys outran Adrian on something.
No kidding. Holy moly, poor Adrian.
He's still trying to figure out how to tie his old school shoes.
Yeah, back when they actually tied.
We had Velcro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that Velcro. Yeah, that was the thing.
Help me, Lord.
Well, here's the rundown for our show. It's not going to be a very long rundown, shall we say. We have Keen, Juliet Naked. Oh, I don't think we're going to do the Oprah skit yet, but that's coming soon. Box office numbers, streaming, our challenge, next week's openings, future films. God, it seems like a lot, but it's not really a lot.
No, it feels like, and it's appropriate for the season, it just seems like everything's just kind of winding down.
Right.
I was looking, like, what movie to go see, and it feels like it's kind of slim pickings right now.
But the slim pickings are, the pickings are slim, but the content is just good.
And we'll get into this a little bit.
Yeah.
As we work our way through the show.
That's right. Well, let's get
some really nice surprises.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So let's get started with stuff we're putting in our eyes. Yeah. There we go. We need to synchronize that. Maybe we can all say it at the same time. Or we could just say it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Stuff
no. Let's try this one more time. I gotta do this.
Right, okay. 1, 2, 3.
Stuff we're putting in our eyes.
Yeah,
there you go.
There we go.
Now we need Beth's voice in there, and I'll just cut it, splice it, and stick it in there, and we'll always have it.
This is how we work.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, what we're putting in our eyes, let's see. One of the things... Oh, here's one thing I wanted to talk about. It's kind of an earworm going on in my head. So, remember Crazy Rich Asians? We talked a little bit about that. Some of us loved it. Actually, we all loved it. Asian Ellen.
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious, that thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things I missed, and I really wanted to talk about, say something, the music in that film was really quite awesome. In fact... What I'm really catching in other films, not just this one, but there's others that are like foreign kind of films, but they are making modern music music from in the past that we know, but in a different language. Like in that film, they did Madonna's Material Girl,
right?
But it was in their language, and I was just like,
oh yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that actually when we were. The two movies that we went to watch, I don't know what it was about the timing, but I walked past the theater doors that were playing Crazy Rich Asians, and I heard Material Girl.
Okay.
At the same time, like in that same point in the movie.
Yeah.
And went, that was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's funny that you bring that up because we haven't had a discussion about that at all.
Yeah. And so I really like, and I think there's been a few other movies we've seen that have that, and I just love it. I like, what it shows me that Americans are taking over everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
I guess we're making it great again.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
I'm pretty sure this was pre that era.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
Jelly bean.
That being said, I really enjoy hearing music. Like, I've heard Weird Al's Jurassic Park in Japanese, which I thought was absolutely cool. And I tried to memorize the song in Japanese. I couldn't really do very well with that, but it was good. It was neat. I like hearing familiar tunes in different languages. There.
So what about this week? What do we? What do we got
this week? We watched Keen.
It's not Keen.
You're right. It's Ken. Everybody I've been hanging out with been saying Keen, like our friend Keen, editor
Spelled
Keen.
the same way, K-I-N.
Yes, but it is Ken, and I've been correcting everybody, and here it is, my turn.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. But Ken, this film, I really expected more sci-fi, but it was definitely more about the family unit and like sticking up for each other and getting some stuff done. It was a great film.
So a dramatic action film.
Yeah, dramatic action, but just not so much action. And there was the weird sci-fi alien people had it was just sort of like a side story. It wasn't actually part of the story. But it was...
So an afterthought,
It was... Well, I wouldn't say it was an afterthought. I think it was in the forefront of the writer's mind, but I don't think they put it in there. In fact,
had a hard time placing it.
They did, and they set it up so they'll have another version of that film, or a second, or a spin-off, perhaps.
So probably to develop out that piece.
Yeah, I think so. But in the meantime, I mean, it was really interesting to see this guy an adopted brother kind of make a bond. But there was one scene which I'm having mixed feelings about. Like, there was a scene where he brings his little brother into a strip club, and I thought, well, that's not really appropriate, but they were okay with it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but they were, well, that's the thing. They were appropriate. I mean, they were okay with it because he brought money. Mm-hmm. So, but okay, maybe that's okay. Maybe in their world it's okay.
My family, we did a family reunion once at a strip club.
Did you really?
They really did. It was the weirdest, craziest thing. They're really weird.
That is weird. But
this was in Vegas.
That is Vegas.
So I don't know. I just don't think it's that weird. I would not go to one. Even now, I would not go to one.
But...
And I would.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that.
You have questions? Oh,
no,
I'm leaving it.
Yeah, it's not movie related. Yeah. But here's the thing. And I don't know what was the rating of Kin. Do you remember PG-13?
I have no idea.
But see, not a single person in that strip club was naked. Not one
Thank
person.
God.
Well, I mean, I totally get it, but as far as realisticness goes...
I knew you were going to go there. I already knew it.
They probably couldn't get license for the fully nude.
Well, not even partially nude, at least.
So it sounds like you were a little disappointed.
I was not. Well...
See, you're disappointed. DJ, I'm grateful. I'm like...
Artistically, you were a little disappointed.
Yes.
Morally... You're okay with it.
Yeah, I was just fine with it. I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, you're bringing a kid to this?
And that was me providing you moral license for something that I think is great
maybe
that
they
didn't
strippers.
Show.
Maybe it was a strip club. It could have been a bar with a dancing room with go-go dancers.
Yeah, it could have been. You know what? It could have been what they used to call in Sacramento. They called them juice bars. It's just a juice bar.
Well, it was a juice bar, but there was nude at juice bar. That's what it was. So, but this was not. And, it was in a different part of the country where maybe they don't allow nudity. And so they just had these girls in bras dancing and stuff. And I'm okay with this. I'm also okay with them not exposing that little kid to the nudity that's there. So,
mad props to them to the producers not exposing that kid to that. I think about things like this. It bothers me.
So you support the artistic license not to show that, even though it's a reality, and you say the artistic value is that you can make a choice one way or the other morally, according to yourself.
Well, I think it's okay to have it in there. It's just if there's a kid in the place, like when I'm watching a movie and I see a little kid do or see something they should not have seen in real life, something about it bothers me. Especially in some movies. I know in a movie I've seen in the 90s, this girl that was underage had to kiss an older man, and it was supposed to come off as an intimate thing. That stuff bothers me. It just drives me crazy, and I don't want to see some kid go into a place and see other not covered people.
Naked's the word.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get in trouble for saying naked on the show.
Yeah.
Well, it's just. I think, I like that they didn't show nudity.
Well, and here's my thought. I mean, working on films, you can place the kid in a bar like that and not have them actually see anything because you with the way you move the camera or place people.
Yeah, if I was the producer.
Here's the bottom line, and this is actually real world.
Yeah.
best hamburger in San Diego, hands down, is in a bar.
See, yeah.
Okay.
And I've taken a few of my children there.
Yeah.
To the bar.
Okay.
To eat these hamburgers. And
yes.
I've taken several friends there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not going and drinking. We're not. I mean, it's a place to get a really good burger.
Yeah.
And we'll put a link up on our webpage for it, because if you have not had one of these burgers from the Balboa Club,
okay,
holy Toledo! It used to be called the Tin Can or Dude's Foods.
Okay,
and it's up in on Bankers Hill.
Okay,
fairly close to Mr. Struthers' residence.
Okay,
great place. Anyways, I struggle with the thought of taking one of my own kids who was struggling with addiction and stuff to a bar to eat a burger, and I thought,
yeah,
am I going to the bar to like imbibe in the bar?
He was.
No, we're going. We're going to. We were going to Bond. So
yeah. Well, now my question is, were any of the employees taking off their clothes on the stage?
That's my question. That's exactly where I want to go
with
with
this. None of the people were.
Okay.
None of the employees were.
Because,
okay.
There's moments in my life when I'm taking my kids places, and I think, it's a strip club. But are we really going there for the strip club?
We're going there for the burgers. They get a great burger.
Kids.
Well, this guy was the brother, the older brother. I guess there's that. But yeah, I just thought that was weird. One of those things.
This is I can go so many. I can't stop thinking about this conversation. All right, we got to move on.
Do we?
What was your what was your big takeaway from this whole movie?
Oh, this whole movie? Oh boy, my big takeaway was that the big takeaway was to put your family first and just support them, which is not something I think I would have done for this. I mean, that's what this film seemed to want to project, but I mean, that's not. This big brother was really a bad guy, and the little kid was really good at saying, you know what, this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing stuff like this.
So it was a Jiminy Cricket film.
It really was. It really was. The little boy was the conscience. And then at the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but the adopted boy's parents have something informative for him, and that helps soothe part of the story, which is really neat.
Well, with that,
I know.
What's the next up on the docket?
Well, let's go with Juliet Naked.
Oh, that was a good film. Really good film.
Yeah, which part was your favorite?
It was a very soothing film for some of us.
Yeah.
I really hit my feng shui that day.
That was the first time I'd ever been to that theater, and those seats were really relaxing.
Oh, very much so.
I mean,
Jackie and I have been there a few times, and
they're relaxing.
We like it. It's not smug.
Yeah.
But it's very comfortable.
I think for in the future, I'll want to bring like some pillows or something to soften the center part, so Penny and I can cuddle a little bit better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
bring
other
a body
than that,
pillow.
Yeah.
I don't want to cuddle during them. I guess I've been married for a really long time, and I'm like,
yeah.
That armrest is there for a reason for me.
Well, thank God for John armrest was there.
Yeah,
because his armrest, we were sharing the armrest that moves up. The day that I passed out, and I think that my arm may have lingered over there.
So only two of us actually saw this film
in its entirety.
Yeah, in its entirety.
I was there.
He was present for the
Adrian was absorbing through osmosis,
and never more grateful to have AMC A-List.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Could be a sponsor.
Would be nice. But anyway, let's move on and talk about this film, shall we?
So Adrian, before you nodded off, what was your takeaway? What was your favorite scene? What would you tell people that wanted to go see this movie or mention they wanted to see this movie?
Wow. Today's one of those tongue twister days.
I can't remember what it was about. It was about her.
No,
I can't. I don't even know. I couldn't. I honestly don't even.
You were pretty tired the whole time. How about you, really DJ? Tired, same question.
Same question. Boy, so what I really liked about this film was, gosh, I think the part that I loved the most was when the guy, and I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. Met his idol for the first time. And was like, yeah, whatever. I'm a Stevie Wonder, and so, but that was fun. It was like he didn't believe that he was meeting the guy he's been obsessed over for the last 20 years.
So, just for a little bit of background for you guys,
yes,
it's a movie based around a couple who start out as a couple in England, and one is the man in the relationship is infatuated with an American artist who had some kind of event and basically fell off the face of the planet.
Yep.
Publicly, and the male actor who was in the relationship started this shrine and a website and all kinds of weird facts and he knew everything, or he thought he knew everything about this musician. The girlfriend that he was with for 15 years, museum curator who inherited that from her father, was fed up with playing second fiddle to the artist, and I am absolutely drawing a blank on the name.
Her character is Annie,
but the musician.
Oh, the musician is Tucker Crowe, played by Ethan Hawke.
Right.
Yeah.
So she was sick and tired about hearing about Tucker Crowe, so she gets on the website on this forum, this chat forum, and makes a comment, and basically says that album that you shared, this album that was locked up forever, is crap.
Yep.
And Tucker Crowe, private messages her and says, "You're absolutely right. That was horrible."
Yep.
And they start talking.
Do you know, I remember I was thinking about when I first saw the movie, because Rose Byrne is in it.
Yes.
And immediately when I saw her face, I'm like, I'm so grateful she's not getting any good big films anymore.
Interesting. Yeah. Why was that?
I had a real interaction with her once.
Oh, you did?
I really did.
How long ago?
It was 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when I was married to my ex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
It was just...
What happened? Do tell.
It's just, I was on the phone with somebody, and this lady was yelling at me. And she's like, "Get off your phone." She just kept yelling at me, "Get off my phone."
Weird.
It wasn't... I didn't realize how weird it was until I realized it was her. And I figured out how it was her when I got off my phone. I was like, and then I looked at her, I was like, wait, is she an actress? And I actually told her, I was like, there's a special place in hell for people like you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Those words came right from my mouth.
Wow. Okay.
I was having a bad night with my ex-wife, and this lady so happened to be there.
And why was she all upset? What was going on?
I think she thought that I was on the phone with my mom and dad, and I'm really upset. I'm almost in tears. And I think she thinks that I was ratting her out where she was at.
How weird. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know she was in Vegas. And then I left the place, and I Googled. I'm like, Rose Byrne in Vegas? And it so happened she was in Vegas that night, and they had pictures of her with the hair exactly the way she had it. Same accent, everything. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, crap.
So she thought you were ratting her out. And so she was like, "Get off the phone."
Yeah, she was yelling at me. Get off. My mom and dad were like, "Who is that? Get away from that lady." I'm like, "I don't know." And it was a really classy, ritzy place where I was at.
Oh, wow.
Can you find it in your heart to forgive her?
Maybe she,
No, this was a bad moment, and I really needed my parents in this moment, and Miss Rose was messing it up for me.
Wow.
So you can't find it in your heart to forgive her yet.
Not yet.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
She probably thought it was all about her, and it had nothing to do with her.
Well,
so back to the question for you, AJ.
Yeah.
Sorry about our show being more like a therapy session.
No kidding.
It's all coming out.
This is the thanks for watching.
We've
version.
got a lot of breakthroughs in it, and it'll tie into my streaming.
Right. Yes. No kidding.
Yes.
Here's some other parts that I really think was interesting and weird. So and I don't think was necessary. So there was this guy. So what's his name? Okay, Tucker Crow. He had been struggling with having too many kids and not being like an actual father to them. Whereas Annie was struggling with wanting to have a kid on her own. Like, so this guy had support and all these other women and all this other stuff, and she didn't want the support and still wanted the kid. And I thought that was an interesting twist to the whole idea.
Well, that was only at the end. She wanted a relationship with the first guy and kids, and he didn't want kids.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like, in the middle of the film, she was saying stuff like that to him. But so I think that was just like sort of that was the hint of the story, or the background of the both characters, which I thought was interesting. So, I mean, other than that, it was really about, maybe it was just about that, but I think it was more about the actor, the singer, Mr. Crow, coming to terms with his life and her coming to terms with her life.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that whole, Antarctica, Arctic, North and South Pole, and we're going to meet at the equator and see what happens. Hopefully we don't burn up, catch fire or whatever.
Right. And at the end I'm wondering, did they ever go together or did they not?
So do you have a favorite scene or do you not? Was it when he meets Tucker Crow on the beach and says,
"Yes,
hi, I'm Tucker Crow," and well, I'm Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. When Duncan met his idol, that was good. That was definitely funny.
I figured that would be the part you liked because it was sarcastic, punny, and totally incredulous. My favorite scene, was when Tucker Crow calls one of his children that he never met.
Okay.
And she tells him, I have a father. I wish you the best. Good luck. But I'm not interested.
Don't include me in your whatever.
And the reason I like that is the reason why I feel like this was a really good movie, because it took away the instant gratification that so often is pampered to in movies where, from one second to the next, it feels like, oh, they've got the superpower they need. Oh, they're falling in love, and everything's perfect. Right. This movie had doses of reality in life-size teaspoons. Yeah. It was very, very nice to see that life does suck. You get off an airplane and you have a heart attack, and crap falls together, and that's how you get your family together. That's real.
Yeah. Or you're an awkward 8th grader.
Your kids don't want to talk to you. That's real.
Yes.
The fact that even though you are deeply attracted and fall in love with someone, you don't end up with them immediately.
Right. Yeah.
I love that aspect of it. I thought it was a refreshing change that it wasn't highly action-packed and driven by that instant gratification.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
what would you rate it as?
I would give it probably a 7.5.
Okay.
Just because there was points in there that were slow. And they were purposefully slow. I think that had they given a little bit more background information, it would have made it a more complete film.
And that makes sense. I give it an 8. I wouldn't give it more than that because I think that the Annie's little backstory of wanting one kid or by herself or whatever, I think wasn't necessary at all.
See, and I think that you misinterpreted that. She wanted children.
Right, but not on her own.
At the very end, she resigned to, I'll just have one kid.
Yeah,
I'll do it on my own because I've given up on humanity.
Right, but even in that respect, I think that it was unnecessary. I don't think that was.
Well, I do. I do think it was necessary because it played on the expectations. Her expectations had completely changed because of the experiences she had, and then right at the end, if you go and see this movie, you'll see why I say that has to happen, because every expectation that anybody had in that movie was completely shot to hell.
Right. Well, and I just looked at it as it was just one of those things that her and Duncan needed one more check mark on the why our relationship sucks.
Right.
So, I mean, it could have been a number of things. I mean, it could have been, instead of like wanting to have a kid, maybe she's like wanting to travel and he doesn't want to do that. Or, I mean, it could have been any of those things.
I totally agree, but it was a nice movie to do a little introspection.
Yeah. See
that
totally.
A film can be real.
Right?
No, it was cool. What's next on the list?
Next on the list is our challenge.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear about my take on Black Klansman?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Gosh. How come that's not in the notes? Why is that not in the notes? What's going on here? So tell us.
I finally was able to go see Black Klansman. Great film.
Yes.
I love Spike Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily in alignment with, completely in alignment with his views, but totally respect his views. And he does a great job of making statements. And whether we agree with them or not, there is a level of truth and a high degree of reality to them. I liked Black Klansman because, one, it was based on a true story, and two, the courage it took to not be on one side or the other throughout the film. There's these balance points where it's take perspective of this group of people, take perspective of this other group of people, and understand the implications of supporting one or the other. And the end of the movie, if you have not seen this movie, please go see it.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to go see it, stream it.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because whether you're on one side or the other, or you're just for humanity and human beings, there's a lot of things in there to consider, especially in the era we're at now. I think it's a very well put together film.
I don't see the sides, the one side or the other. I'm not sure I get that.
No, because you have a police officer who's the protagonist.
Uh-huh.
You have someone that he's somewhat intimately involved with who is of the Black Power movement in that day and time. And then you have the police officer's employer basically supports the Klan.
Yeah.
So he's stuck right between those two worlds, and that's where that tightrope walking ends up happening. And I think it was very well put together, and I think Spike Lee did a great job.
Yeah, showing how he had to walk the tightrope in the middle of that. Okay.
Right, and some really good acting. I really enjoyed Adam Driver. I'm not sure that he was supposed to be the star, but kind of by default happens that way.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they put him in there and he was raised in a Jewish home and he has this awakening because they're like, you know, are you or are you not?
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was people. You know, I'm glad you brought that up because people think that a lot of it had to do with just black people that are black.
Right.
But there was so many people. It would have been you.
Yeah.
It would have been me. Obviously,
it would have been DJ because they brought in the Irish thing.
Yeah,
oh yeah, it would have been all of us sitting here today. We would have all have. You know,
and I mean if loosely quoting and these are in no way the way I feel about people at all, but they reference the N-word. They referenced Jews as kikes. They referenced Irish people as mix. They get into everything except for the Aryan races.
Right.
And Adam Driver was raised in a Jewish home, and one of the lines that was really powerful to me was, and I'm drawing a blank on Ron Stallworth's, the actual actor, his name, but when Ron Stallworth asked Adam Driver's character, well, don't you feel anything about this? And Adam Driver goes, no, I don't. I've never thought about it. And then later down the road in the film, Adam Driver goes, I really need to figure out who I am and where I stand. And that was when it clicked for me. You know, what side am I on? Yeah. Am I just going through the motions and pleasing one side or the other? But what do I really believe? And I think that's the question that Spike Lee really wants to drag out of us is make your decision and be there.
Yeah.
So I give Black Klansman 9.5 actually.
Good.
Oh, wow. Good.
That's cool.
That's
absolutely,
a good rating. Okay,
absolutely a 9.5.
Are you afraid to go to 10? Is that why we're doing the half?
No, there's actually a reason why I don't go to 10. I think that there was some, and I can totally see why.
Yeah.
I don't agree or disagree, but I think there was some insightful material in there that was unnecessary.
Okay.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I actually liked it, though.
I liked it.
Yeah, but
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I liked it, but I felt that it was unnecessary. It made you think.
Oh, yeah.
It made me think.
Yeah.
Like Jackie said, it like punched you in the stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You walked out of there and it was quiet. No one said anything.
And it wasn't quiet because it was bad. It wasn't quiet because it was good. It was quiet because it hit you somewhere where it hurt.
I'm a large white man with a bald head, and I'm walking out of Black Klansman, and I'm looking over at a black man with an afro and a beard, and we're just like looking back and forth at each other, like, dude, we can make this work. And it was, you know, it was really cool. I was raised colorblind because of my mother. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want to point out is I am so glad and I'm grateful for Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Because had Dave Chappelle not done his skit, and been so open about bigotry and the racial divide, I don't think that the platform would have been there for Spike Lee to make this film.
Okay. Wow. That's putting a lot of weight on his shoulders there. A lot of that's good though. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
9.5.
9.5. All right.
I like it.
Very cool. Well, shall we get to our challenge now?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Okay, very cool. So, Crackhead Blue guessed it first, of course. She listened to the show pretty quickly after we uploaded it. But shortly after, I got another text from Nurse Rosa that screamed. The scream text was, "It!" So, they knew. They knew exactly
there was somebody else that got it, too.
And we don't know her name.
We don't know her name.
And what we know, she's somewhere up
so
north of us.
She's listening to the show.
She's listening to the show. She's probably listening right now.
and we want to know who you are.
Now, but we want to know your name. Homeboy Adrian, you worked with me.
Homeboy Adrian. Oh boy. Cool. So here is this week's challenge, and here we go.
I can barely hear that.
I'm here to see Reggie Hammond. He's in 18.
There's a reason.
Okay.
There you go. Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. I'm probably giving way too much there, but...
you just did.
I did.
See, you know what? Now we're going to have like 4 guesses next week.
Hey, I'm good with that. Let's keep guessing.
But these people need to win something.
Do you know?
Let's do this. Let's see how many correct answers we can get. Not time sensitive, but how many correct answers we can give. If we can get 10 or more... Tangible prizes the week to follow.
Well, we also need a sponsor.
I know of a law firm that'll sponsor next week's.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Tangible prize.
Oh okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. All right. Good.
And it'll be something anyone who listens to this show will use.
Okay.
And it won't have to be mailed to you. You will receive an email with it in it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. All right, then.
And it could touch any one of your senses.
There you go. And,
or multiple senses at the same time.
Right? Well, hopefully I didn't give away way too much right there. It's only 2 Adrian, did you know what that was?
I had no idea.
There you go.
But no, I have no idea.
I imagine our listeners are going to know.
I feel like they're going to know.
Yeah, I feel like that. So let's talk a little bit about some streaming, because we've streamed a few things. I just finished, Penny and I just finished watching the 2nd season of Westworld, which, by the way, I think is better than the 1st season. And there's less unnecessary nudity in this film, or in this 2nd season, which I think was much better. And... wow. All I have to do is say by the final episode, everything came together that made more sense. It was such a confusing film. Everything was series, thank you. Everything was jumping from the past to the future to the past to the future, and then you realize that it's not just confusing for me, it's confusing for the robots that are having these mental, what would you call that? Like, remembrance? They were remembering pasts and then futures, not futures, but dreams. They were remembering things at odd times, and they would jump to their memory. But it wasn't like they would do like, they wouldn't do a fuzzy thing like, it's a flashback.
So they're robots with memories that are triggered.
Yes, but these are memories that happened after they've been wiped clean. So like,
so they're obviously PCs because Macs don't do this, but
right,
the fragmented parts of their hard drive came back to haunt them.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because
and that's
you cannot defrag, and yes, this is me. I'm very Mac friendly.
Yes. So, but I really enjoyed how they brought it all together and saying, okay, you were confused. Well, this is how your robots were feeling.
Yeah, consider the robots' feeling.
Exactly.
Robot lives matter.
That's exactly what this was all about. And so it was. I mean,
creepy.
I enjoyed this. It was good. I enjoyed the second season. I don't know that you need the first season in order to get the second season, but I mean, I think maybe you do because there's a few things in the first season.
So if you're that person,
yeah,
that needed the nudity in Kin, watch the first season.
There you go. But overall, it was a great thing on HBO. I don't know if you could buy it or stream it somewhere else, but
probably not. HBO usually doesn't share very well.
No, you probably have to buy it on DVD or something. Yeah, but anyway, great.
Are those even a thing
it.
anymore?
They are. Redbox has it cornered that market right there. So, but yeah. Well, no, I mean, I was just in a Target. There was a ton there. Yeah. DVDs. Boom.
Yeah, I guess, yep.
4K DVDs now or whatever it is. Anyway.
I guess for those Luddites out there who don't stream.
Right. We all sat around in the house. We didn't stream it, but we watched the DVD of all things. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
There was a couple of twins in our town, as you saw, a picture of them. Danya and Dacia. They were on our social media. You probably saw them there. They had never seen Hocus Pocus.
No. And I told them they had to see it. You can't.
I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
No.
He's being facetious.
No.
Facetious.
No. I am dead serious.
He looks serious. I can see it in his eyes. This is a real thing.
I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
Why?
I've never wanted to. It always sounded ridiculous.
Oh my gosh!
You know what, Jimmy? Normally I'm on your side.
Is this the guy that didn't? Which movie was it that you didn't see?
The Fly. Y'all are gonna have to have.
You're the guy that didn't see what movie?
But I saw it. It was the movie with what's his name? Beth, where are you when I need you?
Lord have mercy.
We all have them. Chinks in our armor.
Kinks in our armor.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
Hocus
Pocus. We've got to get you to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll squeeze that in.
Yeah,
good.
We'll have to do that.
So, what did you stream, Adrian? Anything interesting?
Well, did I stream anything? I mean,
well, you're streaming
today.
You're watching
today.
Oh well.
I mean, we'll talk about it when you're done with the season. But in the meantime, so you're watching.
I mean, halfway through the season already.
Good Place, and if it's the same movie that was on the
not a
TV,
movie.
It's not a movie.
Golly. Help him.
The same thing I saw on the TV. It has Ted Danson in it, right? Is that who that was? All right.
What?
I love Ted Danson.
Kristen Bell.
Cheers, come on. I love Cheers. That's
Kristen
another
Bell.
one of those TV shows.
The blonde hair girl chick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ted Danson, I mean,
who doesn't know Ted Danson?
I mean,
you.
Look Who's Talking.
Dude, I know that guy. I've been watching him forever.
That guy.
Yeah.
No, that's a great series.
Oh, wait, he wasn't in Look Who's Talking, was he?
Oh, wait.
That was...
I don't know.
Look Who's Talking with the Baby. I did see that one.
Okay, I know, but...
There's one in a row. Good job,
never
buddy.
mind. It was Look Who's Talking is John Travolta, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was John Travolta with his, what used to be wife.
It was Ted Danson's 3 Men and a Baby.
Yes.
That's
Nailed
what I was
it.
thinking.
Nailed
okay.
it.
Anyway, so we'll hear more about A Good Place once he's done with that season and see how it goes.
What a great show.
I like it. There's so much to learn from it.
So funny.
It is funny, but it also kind of brings out these little lessons, little life lessons. It makes me think about myself.
I know Penny watched it because she does a lot of streaming of TV shows.
Yeah.
That was one of her favorites, I think.
You really need to stream it because I worry about your inner ability to be a good person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll work that in somewhere.
The therapy continues.
It sure does.
You know what? And Roseburn, I forgive you. I feel like she might actually listen to this because the amount of people that actually listen to the show these days. If you're listening, I forgive you for that.
Excellent.
Because we don't know what your night was like.
We don't.
That night. You could have had the worst night ever.
And that may have been why she was where she was at, considering, where we were at was a really nice, pretty nice spa that it's like a hideaway luxurious spa, only people, and at the time I thought I had money, I don't know. But I was there.
Yeah.
And she was there.
And you were disrupting her spa day by talking on the phone, which is no fun. It's like talking on the phone in a movie.
You were bringing your distress into what she was trying to have calm, and maybe she was there because she was in distress and she didn't need any help with her distress.
Right. And maybe I owe her an apology.
Well, and maybe vice versa.
The bottom line, Rose Byrne, is we saw Juliet naked and we thought it was good.
It was good.
You were amazing.
Yeah.
And God bless you.
God bless you.
Just because.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how about something that's going to help me out? Next week's movies.
I don't get to talk about what I streamed? Are you excluding me?
I would have not excluded you if it were right there in the notes. It's not in the notes.
No,
what did you stream? Tell us.
There's one documentary that I want to.
Oh, that's right.
I want to highlight that is really good. It's called Enlighten Us.
Enlighten Us. I think you were talking about that earlier.
It's a movie about an actual person. His name is James Arthur Ray. And he's really good with people. His father's a Methodist preacher. He grows up with that whole charismatic piece of life. And as he gets older, he realizes he can help people because they listen to him. He's got that charisma. And he starts doing self-help things. And then he ends up, after doing these seminars, he's writing books. And he ends up on Oprah. And then he ends up part of, I don't know if you guys remember The Secret, the book, and the DVD, the movie.
Yeah.
He was one of those 4 motivational speakers where he actually took the financial with the metaphysical and the psychological piece and kind of put them together. Guys, not to the level of Tony Robbins, but right there. They put him with Tony Robbins, Deepak Chopra. I mean, just some real big hitters.
Yeah.
And he is making money hand over fist. People are paying him thousands of dollars to help transform their life.
Wow.
So he ends up doing these different levels of success. And the ultimate is called a spirit warrior. Well, in order to become a spirit warrior, you spend, I think, either 5 or 7 days in the Sedona Desert in Arizona, right outside of Sedona, Arizona. And one of the final days is you're in a sweat lodge. And unfortunately for everybody involved, in a very tragic situation, 3 people die. And he's charged with negligent homicide. And is convicted.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not to get into the legal elements of it, but the state had pretty much a slam dunk case there.
Bummer.
But at sentencing, he actually, no time, no prison time is easy time or good time or anything like that. But looking at the range of sentencing, he was dealt a fair hand. And the cool thing about this guy is he says throughout, I am responsible for what happened. I mean, my hat's off. I don't necessarily agree with what he did or his program. I mean, these people paid $9,600 a piece to go to this ordeal for a week.
Wow.
And if you look at that, there was probably 30 to 50 people there. That's a lot of dough.
That is a lot of dough.
But he's back out.
Okay.
And back on the circuit. So if you get a chance, look at it. It's actually good. It humanizes that industry.
What's the name again?
Enlighten Us.
Enlighten Us.
And it's you can stream it on Netflix.
Okay.
So it was a good film.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Anything else that you got for us?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that was not Leon.
I know. You cracking your knuckles and
I started the second season of The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
I hate you.
Okay.
I can't wait. I'll be there. I'm going to get there one day.
You'll get there.
Work.
So what do we got coming up?
So next week we've got The Nun. which I think we're going to go see.
I can't wait. I am in the Halloween spirit this year, you guys. I know,
and it's already September. Can you believe it?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Like, I am in the spirit of Halloween.
In the spirit of
I don't
Halloween.
know how much of a Christian that I am being that way, but I feel it.
No, yeah.
It's All Saints Day.
Yeah.
It's All Saints Day, that's right.
Do All Saints Day or Day of the Dead because you're remembering those who passed on.
Yeah,
exactly.
And, you know, when I watch these scary movies and get scared, it reminds me, people died. And I need to remember these saints that have died.
Death is real.
Speaking of death, another movie that comes out is Peppermint.
Okay, yeah, I want to see that one too.
That one, I 105% believe that I will be seeing that with my lovely wife because she thinks since the TV series Alias that Jennifer Garner that's her girl hero.
Oh, really?
Okay,
absolutely.
Good. I don't think that Peppermint, where Jennifer Garner is, that doesn't look scary to me. It doesn't look scary enough for me.
No, it's not scary.
It doesn't look like...
It's not scary.
Drama, action.
It's a lot of action, a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great movie to go see.
It's a girl kicking ass.
I don't know why I'm in the Halloween spirit. I'm thinking all these movies need to be scary.
Well, then you're probably going to be interested in The Apparition.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that one, but it's about
Dude, there was some light on your arm that was going... I totally felt a spirit of Halloween all over your arm.
All over my arm.
Yeah.
I'm glad you felt it. I didn't.
Well, while Adrian's ghosting up over there, Jimmy, what are some box office numbers, shall we? Because I'm thinking Crazy Rich Asians does it one more week. I think they've got it
number one. Crazy Rich Asians.
That's my guess.
That's my guess too. I'm not copying anybody.
So okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go.
Silence.
Mission Impossible.
No, you got to be
Fallout.
What? And don't tell.
In third
number
place.
3. I was going to say.
Crazy Rich Asians.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
In first place.
Oh, yeah, they did it again.
And The Meg in second place.
What?
I'm telling you, the Meg is the dark horse. It really is the dark horse.
Wow.
I know that one of my children took his girlfriend and they went and saw The Meg last night. So.
Oh, wow.
So Crazy Rich Asians, $30 million budget.
Yes, yes.
They had a ton of tax money and they had a ton of incentives to film where they film.
Oh, yeah.
Their gross total right now is just below $111 million.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And The Meg has $130 million budget.
Did they even make their budget yet?
And they're at $120.
Ooh.
So they've got cash flow.
Crazy Rich Asians has been running for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The Meg.
And The Meg 4 weeks. And Mission Impossible, $178 million. Because
that's
it's
decent.
a Tom Cruise and it's part of
that was
that
their budget,
franchise.
Though, right?
That's and he runs a lot.
That's actually, I think, a pretty conservative number for a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
They're at 204, so they're in the black.
Yeah, they've got their cash flow going.
Curiously enough, Searching is 5.
Okay.
And Operation Finale was 6.
What was number 4?
Searching.
Oh, that. I thought you
4
said that
and
was
5. I'm sorry. 4 and 5 was.
Oh,
4 was Searching. 5 was Operation Finale.
So Kin didn't make it anywhere.
Kin is all the way down 12.
Whoa. Okay.
With a mere 3,000, and I didn't think that it would.
Yeah.
The trailers weren't really. The trailers didn't draw me in. That's why I didn't go see it.
Right. Well, the sci-fi portion got me going. Yeah.
Juliet Naked was 21.
Amazing. Well, people need to go out and see Juliet Naked. Give that one some money.
Yeah.
Throw some money at it because it was good. Even though, and Adrian's already apologized and gotten over that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought that this would ever come to be where I'd quickly have an apology session with this actress.
Yeah.
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 All right.
What about future films?
Future films. Look at this. The House with the Clock in Its Walls. Looking forward to that Jack Black film.
That's scary, right?
It's
scary?
no, it's not scary. It's more fun.
Okay.
Jack Black plays a warlock and teaches his nephew how to be a warlock. It's going to be interesting. But then the magic of the clock within the walls of the house.
Is it the clock in the wall or the clocks in the walls?
The clock in the wall.
One clock.
Yeah, and it's counting down, and they're like kind of afraid of what happens when it hits 0, or doesn't chime anymore, or the last chime.
Oh, so it's the rose with the petal falling on Beauty and the Beast.
But it's based on a book called The House with the Clock in Its Walls. So
you know what?
Yeah.
Anybody want to take the challenge to read that book before the movie comes out?
You know what? I've already started.
You know what? I need a good book to read. Wait, do you have the book?
I do.
Like,
it's on your Kindle.
It's actually streamable on Audible.
Oh.
And I've been streaming it.
Oh, so you're not reading, you're listening.
I'm listening to it. Whatever. Who has time to read books?
Well, I have a very busy week where I have a lot of free reading time.
Okay, read it. There you go.
Well, where do I find it?
You can go online, go to Kindle.
There's these weird places that in the 80s that we used to go to every once in a while.
Oh,
They're called bookstores. And then there's another one that's even weirder. I think that they established them in the 60s. They're called libraries.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane.
There's one right across the street that way.
No.
Yeah.
I better check this out.
Oh, no. It's wild. You better, take a clean set of underwear because it's getting exciting.
I'm notorious for not reading my library.
So that's going to come out on September 21st, so you have some time.
I have time. I can read that book in a few days.
See, I could listen to the Audible.
Yeah. See, there you go. White Boy Rick, September 14th. That's coming out. Also, Final Score on September 14th.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah. One more, The Padre, which also has Nick Nolte in it, coming out September 28th. So we've got some stuff coming out.
There's a lineup coming.
Yeah.
The big push right around October and then November. Put your seatbelts on, folks, because that the holiday season.
And all these movies coming
out. Got to keep them childrens and in-laws entertained while they're ruining your lives over the holidays or not.
And I can't remember right now. I'll probably talk about it next week. But there was a great looking film that I saw a trailer for, and I saw the date, and it says it's coming out in November for 2 days, and then it goes back in and comes out on Christmas Day.
What?
So
I did see that.
Did you see that? It was last night. You were almost asleep when that movie came out, or the trailer.
I'm almost asleep right now.
I know. Well, gosh.
Oh, gosh. And that's just it. It's because I'm sick. It's just
I know.
illness.
No, I get it.
He just sounds sick, folks.
But it looked like a good film. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not getting into the Nutcracker. I'm really not.
What?
I don't know why.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, you know what? I'll see it.
Have you ever actually seen the Nutcracker live?
Yes.
Not like at your school play or Old Coloma or any of those.
I don't think we've ever done the whole.
Have you ever seen it in San Francisco, L.A., New York?
Yes.
And
so,
where did you see it?
In San Francisco.
So you saw the Nutcracker in San Francisco?
Yes.
Okay, and what was your biggest takeaway?
Well, I loved it. I mean, that was the thing. I loved the dancing. I love all that stuff. But I don't see it as a movie. I don't see it. Here's what I see when I see the trailer. I see... what's it? Alice in Wonderland. That's what I see.
Really?
I see the same.
But there's a storyline to the Nutcracker.
I know.
I can see
that. But
I could see that. I am not planning on seeing the movie because I saw it in San Francisco years and years ago. I think I was 18.
Oh wow!
And it was amazing.
I wonder if we were at the same show.
I doubt it.
It could have happened. It could have been. Oh, put that away.
I was trying to be make it festive. but
it was, I'm satisfied with seeing the play. I really am. That was good. I'm worried about this movie.
It's not a play, it's a ballet.
Play, ballet.
No.
They're all the same to
Movies
me.
and shows are not the same.
Well,
television
nowadays,
series and films are not the same.
They're pretty close. Yes.
Okay.
It's too early for that. Yeah. It's too early.
All right.
That's too Christmassy.
I love it. I'm so ready for it.
But it is coming out Christmas.
Yeah.
So that's
right.
Amazing. All right. Well,
good times.
Yeah. This has been. Thanks for watching. Excellent show. I can't believe we brought this to you at hour and 24 minutes. Quite the show with such little content. I can't believe it.
And the therapy was free.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I want to thank you, the listener, all of you, the ones we know, the ones we don't know, because I appreciate you listening.
If this is piercing your ears and moving the bones that activate the nerves that pump the diaphragms in your heads, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And then also we want to thank Joshua Struthers. Definitely thank you for all your stuff. I'm like having trouble speaking again. Thank you, Big Checho. I appreciate all your stuff there, all the artwork. DJ McGee, Jimmy Harris, Beth Labine, Adrian Rondo. Thank you for making this a great show. Jackie Harris, Penny McGee. Thank you both for supporting this podcast.
Yes.
And again, everybody there. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a show.
No show.
So,
over and out. God bless.
Thank you very much. Roxanne.
Bye.